welcome listeners to the Adeptus Terra podcast, the podcast where bolters roar, heresy burns, and the galaxy is forever on the brink of annihilation. Whether you're a battle-hardened veteran of the Long War or a fresh recruit just stepping onto the battlefield, this is your place for all things Warhammer 40k and the Horus Heresy. Each episode we dive into the lore, the tabletop, factions, and the endless conflicts that define the 41st millennium, from the God Emperor's Imperium to the darkest horrors of the war. So steel your resolve, check your dice, and prepare for war. Hello and welcome to Season 4, Episode 4, I Am KROOT.
Oh,
I am KROOT.
I still want to do a KROOT army. The models are really nice looking.
I'm trying to push you over the edge this episode. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm Matt.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Neil.
And we're here for another instalment of your favourite 40k podcast. Of course, it's us. We have our usual musing and ramblings of the Legion of Three, what we've been up to over the last month. And this episode, if you haven't guessed already, we're looking at the KROOT, the mighty KROOT in our lore spotlight for this episode. But before all that, podcast news. Next month's hobby hangout.
I do feel like when I sit in this chair, a bit like Jabba the Hutt.
Kusnuma.
Yeah, carry on. Yours is more important.
I was going to make a... Anyway.
Do it.
So,
Does that mean Neil's my layer?
yeah. I was going to say, if only Neil would wear the bikini you bought him.
He has.
Just not for you.
Just not for me.
Aww.
Hey, don't yuck someone's yum.
So before we get into our episode, bit of podcast news, we have our next hobby hangout, which will be on the 24th of May. This is because of birthdays and holidays. We can't do the last Sunday in May. So 24th of May, slightly different. We always aim for the last Sunday of the month. This one's the one before. Usual time, starts at 8 p.m. We'll share a Google Meet link to the Facebook and in our Discord. Get onto those groups and pages and servers, whatever the right word. Server? Discord server, isn't it?
Yeah.
There we go. I'm with it.
I wonder what the fuck you're talking about then.
I don't know.
Where's he going?
I was just trying to think of the right words. We've got a group, we've got a page. What's the other thing? It's a server. So yes, do join us on our social media so you can get access to our hobby hangouts. It's a great evening every month, just hanging out with one of the hosts and other listeners of the podcast, just chatting away, doing hobby, talking about things we've read in the news, all sorts of interesting stuff. So it's a good time. Come and hang out. Coffee does come up quite a lot as well. It does. But yes, so 24th of May from 8 p.m. Look out for the link for that. Next, event news. It's 112 days to go on time of recording.
Shit.
Yes. So we plan to start amping up for the event. When we have 100 days to go, we'll begin the true road to Hivanni Prime. There's some new battlefields to talk about, some sprinkling of rules, special rules of the event, mission teases will all be among the stuff that we will kind of tease through the coming days as the event gets closer. It's been really cool to see the participants' chats on WhatsApp, seeing people's hobbying, list ideas, etc. And other than the usual dread of lack of organisation that we suffer from, it's cool. I'm starting to get very excited at this third instalment as it gets closer. So yeah, basically watch this space. We'll be posting those teasers up on the Facebook, in the Discord, and we'll let the guys in the WhatsApp chat that are coming to the event know where to find those posts as well.
Yes.
So yeah, lots to kind of glean and get excited for as we get closer to the event. Lovely. Shall we go into Legion of Three? What have we been doing?
Let's.
I've done a bit of everything. I've painted,
Ooh.
I've built, I've bought stuff.
Cool.
not
Can't-
a bit of everything.
Can't really say I've done much painting, but
Yeah, I haven't played a game actually.
No.
That's the one thing I haven't done this month, which is a shame. After getting 2 games last month in the campaign and stuff, and I had a game I think planned and it got cancelled. I want to say I can't. It was a few weeks ago now, so
Yeah.
it's gone from my head. It's been a busy time, but
well, let's talk about what you built, and then we can all chip in with
what we've been up
what
to.
I'm sat next to here.
Yes, the pile of grey.
Do you know what? It's a snowball effect. It's fine.
It is indeed. But yeah, so I've built some Thallax. I want to say, did I build a Castellax?
Do you know we famously write show notes?
Yeah, I did, but I now can't remember if I included everything I did.
What?
But I definitely built some Thallax because I've increased my number of Thallax. I tell you what I did build, which also is not in my notes. Is a
It's worse than Neil.
a kit bashed assassin.
Oh,
So the traitors on traitor side, they have a specific assassin, which is like a mutated like agent and has specific rules, and he looks really, really cool.
all right.
And so I just kind of looked at my bits box and I was like, right, I'm going to take these Space Marine legs. He's got like a tyrannid tail.
Pics or it
He's
didn't
got
happen.
a couple of. I've got pictures. He's got like a couple of Gene Stealer arms sticking out. He's got like a shoulder cannon, like Predator.
Okay.
And instead of a Space Marine head, I gave him a leftover Saurus head, like lizard man head. So
Fair enough.
It looks kind of crazy, but
Cool.
I'm really happy with how it's come out. Actually, he looks pretty cool. And I may use him in the campaign. I'm not sure yet, but he may show his face.
I still miss the days of your land speeders converted into buggies for your orcs.
Yeah, still have those. That's a whole nother thing. The Armageddon stuff has really kind of made me go, I've got orc buggies.
If we do, if I get the Armageddon book and box, we should do an Armageddon campaign.
I'd be tempted. I would be very tempted.
How many orcs do you have?
In terms of not very lot. Not very lot.
Not very lot?
I can't speak.
I understand what you meant.
I can't speak. No, so I have like 3 converted buggies, a converted Chimera, which is my truck, a converted like war boss on bike, who's like built into the bike, which is pretty cool. Some tank busters, my kill team, which are mainly tank busters, a weird boy, a pain boy. I think that's roughly it.
The flyer?
No, I sold all my flyers.
Oh, Matthew.
Sold all my flyers. I was, I don't regret that.
Okay.
But no, they've gone. So it's just kind of buggies. But I've got some orc bikes coming from Mr. Holly, who's coming to the event. He's bringing me 3 or 6, I've forgotten.
Cool.
Orc bikes, which is cool. I was talking with Mr. Parsons as well, who has some leftover orc stuff floating around that he hasn't sold yet. That has quite a few bikes in it, and I'm like, I've got like a Mad Max kind of vibe going on, and I'm like, this could easily happen.
You should do it.
I'd be tempted to. With the new edition, it's always fun to do something new. None of it's painted, like it's all converted up and stuff, but none of it's painted, so that would be a cool painting project.
Do you have any orcs? Neil?
Probably not.
So yes. Oh, I saw a rumor the other day, and I think it's a completely outlandish rumor.
You know what my views on rumours are.
Yes, yeah. But
Is
it's
it the one about
a new.
Neil's?
No, it's Mr. Cantor going through the Rubicon.
Ooh.
Primaris Pedro Cantor.
Oh, that could be a good
for the
rumour.
Crimson Fists.
That could be a very pleasing rumour. I will wait until it's confirmed.
Yes,
because
yeah. It was like some back alley channel, like
where I get my resin crack from.
Yeah. No. It was like a random like post of a tweet of a, like, you know what I mean. It wasn't like, oh, here's a link that. Yeah.
The information has come from my friends, sisters, brothers, half brother, mother's cousin,
who knows someone at GW.
Exactly. That's the.
Yeah,
Okay.
I vaguely remember it being something like that, but it would be cool.
If it happens, the Crimson Fists may rise again.
That would be very cool. That would be very cool.
Oh, I'm gonna have to turn the speeder blue, aren't I?
Let's just focus on Neil finishing his Emperor's Children.
let's
first.
worry about that
Indeed,
first.
indeed. That's what we're doing this season.
Yeah.
Slowly, these seasons are geared towards Neil finishing armies.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. That's
So,
great.
Actually, so the next one, next year, we'll do a 40k campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if they bring out...
Then you can do guard. He can be the Marines.
yeah,
He can be the Marines if they do a.
We'll do an
cancel,
Armageddon
of course.
campaign.
And
Fuck
I-
it.
and I can
That's
be
a
the Orks.
brilliant idea. Yes, Neil.
Fuck it, let's do it.
We should do it. That's glorious.
That would be very cool.
glorious.
Watch this space, everyone. How did this all start?
So you've built some.
You
Oh,
built some Thallax.
Because I did a crazy kit bash
Did
of
the
just
kit
bits
bash.
and kind of put them in a box and shook them around with some
With some
glue, and
glue
it
in it.
came out as a model. Yeah, but yeah, he's pretty cool. So I built him, built some Thallax. I'm pretty sure I built the last Darkfire Cannon Castellax as
Mhm.
well. And then all of that, along with my Arch Magos, all got sprayed black.
Yep.
And then had all their silvers done.
Mhm.
And now I'm starting to go through and putting all the blues and yellows and bronzes in.
Ooh-wee.
The one thing I have found is, although the army is progressing,
Yep.
I think I want to now go, do you know what? Let's do unit by unit, get some things completed,
Yeah.
and feel that kind of
Warm-
excitement grow.
warm,
Yeah.
fuzzy erection feeling.
Yeah.
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 'Cause
Yeah.
it's kind of like I'm looking at it and it feels like the force is very far away from being completed.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, it's not getting any closer because I spend 2 hours doing silver rivets or something
Yeah.
on 20 models. And yes, that needs doing. But if I did 3 and then moved on to the bronze and then moved on to the...
Yeah.
you know, I'd feel like I progressed more.
Sure. That makes
So-
complete sense.
I think I'm going to switch it up for the next month and certainly the next couple of weeks before our game to get as much I can do and just see if I can, hammer out some units.
Cool.
But yes, it's been like I've magnetized a bunch of bases. So I think other than my tech thralls, everything is magnetized
Cool.
base wise, so everything can be transported easily for the games. I've been debating, right, and I wonder if anyone's done this. Obviously, the War Mag sheets that the magnets come on.
Yeah.
Yes.
You pop them all out. You're left with the framework.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The larger corners of those are like nearly 25 mil size.
Right.
And I'm like, do I just cut that out and use that as the magnets for my tech thralls so I don't
Yeah.
have to buy
If
25 mil magnets?
If you need 25 mil, I've got like 100 of them.
Oh, nice. Well,
But-
that might solve the problem.
Yeah, if you need like 5, then...
Oh, no, I need like 40.
Oh, then maybe not.
try circle cutting the corners where
I'm
they've got space.
just
and
tempted
see if it works.
because there's certain spots on the
Oh,
sheets.
sorry, tech thralls. Yes, that makes more sense now.
They're like guard.
Yeah.
Because they're like obviously the smallest bases, and I have a bunch of 32s.
I need to do
and
an
40
order.
mils.
I might need to do an order for my guard for that
Yeah,
pile
yeah,
over
yeah.
there. So if I do, then
Yeah, then I might
we'll
just
do-
chuck onto that. Yeah.
yeah.
But they're the only things that are not magnetized yet.
Mhm.
And I mean, they're tech thralls, but now they've got paint on them. I don't want to just throw them in a box.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
that's how they live and die on the battlefield, but
Literally.
like, I just don't want to just chip away at the paintwork. So they need magnetizing. I still need to do that.
Fair enough.
But while I was doing all these kind of odd jobs in the force and making it all look kind of a force, and everything around the same kind of progression level, I built my list for our next round, which is cool. I took my Arch Magos. He was originally glued, not very heavily, but glued into my Abeyant that I've been building.
Yep.
But actually, I think I want to run him on foot as well.
Okay.
So I pulled him off and put him on the base that it comes with.
Yep.
To run him on foot because the Abeyant isn't like I can't bring the Abeyant in ZM very easily. Like it's just not like you won't be able to get around the board.
Yeah.
And then I might try and get that model a second time, like off eBay or a selling site, and then put that model onto the Abeyant. So I've got 2 technically.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably the best way forward.
A little bit like Sam with his multiple different versions of armor
Yeah.
for his Praetor.
Yeah. And then if I want to run, because I'm playing a big game and I want extra Magos, I can run one as the Arch Magos and the other one just as a Magos.
Yep.
And they just look very similar. I am liking all my robes on all my Magos and Tech Priests are all different colours. So I've got like a red robe, I've got a yellow robe, I've got like a purpley dark blue.
Do the red ones die first?
Oh yeah. And then my tech priests are all in like brown because they're basically in like sackcloth. Like they're not important enough to get like
They're wearing Hessian.
Yeah, they've got like, the basic robe because they're the basic bitches. So that's quite cool. But it just adds a spot of colour.
Yeah.
Like, it makes me think of, like Eldar forces used to be like blue over there for the Dire Avengers and the Guardians would all be painted in the
Craft World colours.
Craft World. Why? My brain. And then you'd have a flash of green from the Striking Scorpions or whatever, like that classic Eldar.
We don't talk about Striking a Scorpion.
But yes, talking about needing to potentially buy a second Archmagos, what else have I done? I purchased 2 Domitar Automata.
Domitar Automata.
Which is a bit of a tongue twister, off of Heresy Trading on
Cool.
Facebook. There was a guy selling them. I asked if he could come down in price. He did, to a really good price. And hopefully they're on their way to me now. So that's really, really good because they're still resin. Like most of the kit's gone over to plastic, but the Domitars haven't. And I'm not entirely sure if they will, to be honest. So
Who knows?
yeah, that's cool.
Nice.
They're the eventual bodyguard to my Archmagos.
Right.
So that's quite cool to have them in the back. That eventually they might feature in the campaign, they might not, but I've got them now, which is quite cool.
Cool. Good.
So I'm looking forward to getting them.
Happy days.
Anyway.
Sorry, we have returned after this quick break. I have no idea how Sam's going to edit that, so hopefully you've lived through that fever dream.
It's fine. Neil has recovered.
Yeah.
It's all right.
We put enough Vaseline on it. It was okay.
Yeah, but the only other thing I've done, moving away from the Mechanicum, is that I've started on some new terrain.
Ooh.
Probably for the event.
Probably.
And I forgot how fun it is to work with like polystyrene
And fire.
Yes, well, not fire. I haven't been using fire yet.
Oh, boo.
I've been using a cutter. I don't know what I'm rubbish.
Hot wire cutter.
Yeah, one of those.
Cool.
That's been fun, and obviously PVA to hold it all together.
Glue that shit.
And then I plan to go over and spray it in sections with spray paint.
Yep.
To just kind of give a bit of natural melt to it, and then seal it all with
natural melt.
Natural
Do you remember melt was
you melt.
You melt.
You are just a natural melt. That's good.
That's so good.
We should bring it back.
I may have to bring that back at work.
Yeah.
Stop being a melt.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's good. That's good. But yeah, so I've started doing that, which they may just be terrain features that I use in the future. They might appear on boards that I already have.
Okay.
But if I get into it and get too excited, I'll probably build an entire board worth of terrain.
Right.
So that's kind of where I'm at the moment. But it's fun. I'm kind of stacking quite thick sheets together, and then using the wire cutter to make them look like rock columns and stuff like that. And it's been fun.
Cool.
It's been cool.
Happy days.
But yes, what about you, gents?
Go on, Neil.
So it's been a bit of an up and down month. What have I done? So I got a Land Raider Proteus.
Lovely.
I got some melters for Marines.
Okay, well, like melter guns or
melter guns? Melter guns.
Oh, a support squad.
Oh yes,
cool.
And they're going to be going with a Rhino.
Yeah.
So
outboard, pop out, melts and shit.
Been working on building those. It's been slow going, but they are progressing slightly. Haven't done any painting in the grand scheme of things, unfortunately. After that month of doing lots and lots and lots of stuff and having 3 games, that's just gone, no, I've had enough now.
Yeah, you can go too hard in the paint.
It just went, no. One thing I did forget to mention last month was obviously we played a game of What's in the Box.
Oh, yeah.
And...
sorry. Just, what's the one with that?
Dick in a box.
Yeah, that's it, when he puts the box
Lonely Island.
Yeah. I love Lonely Island.
It's my dick in a box. So obviously,
This episode, man.
It's
this
fever
Sam
dream.
is going
fucking
to
Neil.
have fun editing this.
Anyway,
shit.
Neil's dick in a box. Carry on.
So I picked up some painting putty, which I haven't used yet, but I'm going to see if I can use it on the Land Raider for the tracks and everything.
Yeah, okay.
Potentially, if not, it'll be masking tape, painter's masking tape, or whatever.
Painting putty is amazing. I borrowed Sam's and it was really, really good.
So yeah, we'll see how we get on with that.
That was for my tanks, actually.
Do you have
my
putty?
Ultramarines.
I do have putty.
That's what
yes.
he's just saying. He just
I
bought
bought
putty.
Sorry, you should have. Like you could have just borrowed my
I'm
putty.
distracted by the dick in the box. That's what
I'm always distracted by Neil's dick in a box.
Yeah.
Dick
but
in my box.
I also got some.
Oh.
I also bought some of the water bottles with the right angle
Yes,
tube and thin nozzle on.
Yeah, I
Do
don't
you
know what
wanna-
they're called.
Do you want to hear a
But yeah,
story
I've got-
about that?
I've got a couple of those.
Do you want to hear a story about that?
Go for it.
So I made a grave error
Uh-oh.
with my water bottle
Uh-huh.
with spouts,
Yeah.
and was washing my airbrush out with them,
Yeah.
and managed to accidentally suck all of the paint
Yeah.
and water back into the bottle.
Why were you anywhere that close to the
How do you do?
You must have had it like literally inserted.
In I inserted it deep and
way up there.
and then got blowback. So now all the inside of my, because I've done it multiple times. This isn't like a one and done. This is like, because I bought 3, and I think 2 of the 3 have this issue where now they have dried paint on the inside.
Welcome to the world of Sam.
It's fine. I washed them out with like hot water, but this, it's still soft plastic, so it's still stained and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a lesson. Don't stick your knob
nozzle.
in
Your
nozzle.
nozzle.
Don't stick your nozzle
way
into a
the
paint cup
airbrush cup.
and get blowback.
Why,
I
So-
can show you if you like.
Show me your technique.
fuck's sake.
So yeah, they are very, very good for sluicing out the airbrush.
Yes, they are indeed.
As
Sluice
long as
is
you
a-
don't
sluice
stick
is a
it
good
all
word.
the way.
Mm.
It is a good word. As long as you don't stick it all the way in the cup and have blowback from it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So yeah, again, it's not been a particularly in-depth month for stuff, but yeah, things are happening. It's just
Yeah, it's
as
good.
usual, slow go.
And Sam's been on a grey plastic binge.
He has.
I don't really know how this happened. So
I do. You saw some new tanks.
do you know what? I have no idea why that's all related. So I've had a bit of struggling with the hobby, which may have come out in the last couple of months' episodes. And I am definitely a firm believer in like boulders rolling downhill.
Yeah.
Like the more I do, the more enthusiastic I am towards
Yes,
it.
Yeah.
I've kind of got bored of playing Timberborn
Oh, okay.
because I completed it a couple of times, like a couple of different levels, and I'm basically bored of playing it now. And I was like, do you know what? Let's just build something for a day, for like a lunchtime. That then turned into like every day that week building, in the evenings also building.
Oh, awesome.
And then now this month I have built 2 squads of Count Ash Cadian shock troopers, which are made of Necromunda Cawdor gangs, because of the kind of ramshackled nature of them. I'll talk about their kind of background in a second. I built 1 command squad, which will be to lead them. So I built those out of the Kill Team Redemptionists kit, all of the kind of holy people with whatnot. I built the Hell's Last command squad.
Oh, this is it Minsker-less?
Minsker-esque, yeah. And like it
Her
comes
cronies.
her cronies.
Cool.
I built the Helldiver Aquilons, as I'm now calling them.
Yes.
So the Aquilons with jump packs.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're
I
the
built
ones at the
those.
front. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I built 2 of the ordnance guns from.
And these are like the mole launcher guns.
No, this is from the
These are the
Astra
howitzers.
Militarum.
Oh,
basically.
Yes,
Those
no,
ones.
yeah.
I'm sure they have an official name, but it will annoy people by me not using their official name.
Yes.
So I built those 2. They're built modular enough that I can change the guns on them. However, since I've played Guard, I've never changed the guns on them. They've always been the same. So I'm probably just going to, rather than go through the thing of magnetizing it, I'm probably just going to stick a little bit of blue tack and just hold them in place that way. And then if the new edition comes out and GW fucks them, I can change them over. I've kept all the bits. To them, I then built the Votan. I think he's the technologist. He's got like that kind of like I'm one with the technology type pose going on with all the tentacle arms coming out.
Yeah, he's cool.
So him, and then I built the Votan. I called them the Thud Guns because they're like what the mole launcher
they're
ones.
What the mole launcher. I don't know what they're called.
Again, that would annoy people that I've not called them the right name.
Yeah.
So I built all of that. It was kind of a slippery slope of building them, and it kind of just got easier, and I kind of got more into it. The harder ones were the Cadian Shock Troopers, the counts as the 2 squads. So it's 2 squads of 10, which will be run as 1 squad of 20 in the game. Cool. The plan for them is I wanted to run them as like cult militia for the Emperor cult, the ecclesiarchy cult.
Yep.
So I got that priest. I got that priest from when I was on holiday last year.
Yes.
He's painted up. So I wanted running him as a priest, and I wanted him with a command squad leading these 20 blokes, basically. And I was researching cults, like Emperor cults, basically, and they've got the Redemptionists, which are the ones from Necromunda. And they are basically a cult that believe in purging things with fire and cleaning it all up for the Emperor. So, and they have pole arms, which they've all got pole arms with knives and blunderbusses and a rifle.
Yeah, which like the Cawdor weapons, aren't they?
The Cawdor weapons, because the Cawdor are part of the Redemptionist cult. Yeah. And so they're going to be the cult of redemption. And they're going to be painted up kind of probably more uniform Cadian style colours to blend in a bit more.
Yeah.
But they will be the cult of the Emperor, the Redemptionists. Yeah, pretty glad they came out there. Minsk-esque squad, the Hell's Lasts. The rules for them are kind of meh.
Yeah.
Like, they're not great. So I was thinking maybe I'll run them as like just a normal command squad, and then just have different models, which would be nice because the command squads all look very similar. But then in her squad, she has a priest holding the flag. So I thought maybe he could go become the flag bearer in my Redemptionists. Yeah. Because then it's actually a bit more of a flag bearer rather than what I've got currently, which is holding up a prayer box effectively. So think about moving him over there. They've got a thing. Is called a. They hate people. They enforce the law.
Commissar.
So he's a commissar in that squad. So I thought he could just become a standard commissar because he's quite sneaky looking with like a bolt gun behind his back.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe I'll just run him as a normal commissar.
Yeah.
And then there's 2 like veterans in there, one with a melter gun and one with like a knife and a gun. So I was thinking I'll keep them for my next idea. And just paint them up anyway and have them as like spares and repairs and switching in and out. So I think I'm probably going to do that rather than try and run them as a command squad or run them as Hell's Last because the rules aren't that great. And then the Aquilons, they've been like half built. Like I built like 2 or 3 of them and then stopped. And then I was like, in this hype, I was like, then I can add more to my guard. Because my guard were sitting around 1,000 points. And now with all this kind of stuff, it gets up a little bit higher.
Don't you still have a Rogel Dawn somewhere?
I have got a Rogel Dawn.
No, but like a second one.
Oh. No.
Maybe you don't.
No. I only had one. But the box that comes out today, comes with another Rogel Dawn.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
I know. It comes with a Rogel Dawn on the new vehicles. Although I'm kind of in 2 minds.
Give us 5 minutes.
Well,
tell us what your idea is, Sam.
Yes.
So the idea, so very similarly, basically the idea of just having rows on rows of Cadians kind of like irks me a little bit, and it doesn't give that kind of like force. It just feels like just very uniform rather than like an actual cohesive force. So the plan was, if I got these vehicles and that box set, it comes with 10 Cadians in it.
Yep.
And I was going to run them as Cadian shock troopers, but build them like the auxiliary support force for those vehicles. Yep. So like in the Cadian upgrade sprue you can get, you've got one person with a giant wrench.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I've been looking online at like Anvil Industries and a few other places, and you can buy like you can buy like an oil can. There's like jerry cans they're holding, basically like support forces. So I could do something very similar. Get a tech priest or someone like that, which I might even already have. Get one of them to lead that squad of 10. Put them in a light like armored vehicle, and then basically have them as the support force for the vehicles in the army, but actually just have them count as Cadians.
What, painted up in like blue overalls?
Yeah, basically.
Gives you a different colour.
So I was effectively looking at getting, weirdly when you type in wife beater vests, nothing comes up on there, but like white string vest style, like rolled up sleeved overalls. Anvil Industries do a really great, I think they call them flak vests, where they're basically like light, like upper armor, but like the arms are free, and it's like you can see like skin and armpits and stuff. So, and they have bare arms that you can put with them, and they have mix of male and female. So I basically could use the legs from the box set, and then stick on these other torsos, and then stick on different arms, and then basically try and build out this kind of like more not in Cadian fatigue, but will count as Cadian shock troopers anyway. Because I did think about running them as Krieg engineers, because they're cheaper, but they do a very different role, and it's not the same. So
no, and just because they're called engineers
doesn't mean they're like field engineers. So like ordnance and blowing shit up, rather than actually looking after vehicles. So I was thinking about doing that. I if I got that box set that comes out today, then I would use those 10 to do that, because I run squads of 20. 10 doesn't really make sense for me. And the reason I'm kind of erring on whether or not I do it is because I want to go and buy some stuff for our narrative campaign.
For this year.
And it will probably be roughly around the same sort of price point.
Okay.
So it means that it's dropping double money rather than... And I can always pick up the vehicles individually and actually build the vehicles cohesively.
They'll be a couple of months behind, won't they?
Yeah. So I've built loads, and I've undercoated it all.
No, that's cool. I was going to say, Neil's covering where they're... Are they over there?
There.
Oh, yes. I now see them.
Yeah, so they're all just sitting there. I probably on the hangout tomorrow for us, I will probably whack out the airbrush and get all of the Cadian green done. Because the way I do all my Cadians is they're all sprayed green, effectively. And then go up the tan colour from there. So I'll probably do that. I keep toying with the idea with the Aquilons. Obviously, they're kind of like Scion colours normally.
Yes, they are.
So like the blue.
Kind of blue.
So, but I have seen a couple of people just paint them the Cadian colours, and they look pretty good. So I might just do that. And then it will blend in more. Rather than being this like.
And
weird.
you know how to do it, and I've got the colours well, and you've got the colours.
So yes. So I'm excited to paint them. I feel like, again, thinking about it, I do need to finish a couple of Saturnine Terminators. I was going to
say, you got a couple of Saturnines.
We've got some stuff to do there. So although I want to do that, I feel like I'm probably going to need to paint the Saturnines.
But if you need a fun get back into, like doing, like say, airbrushing the green and starting them off to go, painting's all right. Right, tomorrow I'll do Saturnine, because then the Wednesday I can do more Cadian, or like use it as a kind of a reward.
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm just gonna pop the Votan just straight into the display cabinet, and just have them away there.
Because that's kind of where I'm at the moment. Like, I'm looking at my Mechanicum forces over the desk, and I'm like, there's 6, 12, 18 Thallax just sitting there. And I'm like, I've got to pay 18 Thallax. But if I just go, I need to paint this 6 Thallax, I feel more up for painting 6 Thallax, rather than going, I have 18 to paint. And I think, sometimes you have to kind of give yourselves those little wins and organise, or trick yourself into doing it.
It's 160 quid.
Yeah. What is it though? It's 2 of the new vehicles.
It's 2 of the wheeled vehicles, 1 of the tracked vehicles, and 1 Rogal Dawn. Like, it's a fucking steal.
Yeah.
Like, it's really good value for money. And 10
dudes.
And 10 dudes.
What's the other one with the
Commissar Graves vehicle? 62 quid.
And it's just the vehicle and him.
And the squad that they're with. But
is that like his command squad or whatever?
Effectively, they're like the gunners and stuff. The vehicle.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's the one vehicle I'm not sure of.
I love it.
I think it's cool, but I
think
don't know. It's just a bit too out there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm. It is very cool. They've been smashing it out of the park with the new models. I wasn't sold originally on the new Orks.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first few kind of ones they showed us, I thought you've gone to a very classic look in the new style, and I just wasn't really into it. Like, I felt like almost a bit of a step backwards from all what they'd done. But then actually, like, the new Weird Boy looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
The character on bike is a bit crazy for me as a model.
Yeah.
It looks amazing. I'm not calling it a bad model, but it's just a bit crazy for me. But yeah, they just seem to be kind of recently, all the stuff they've been doing has just been really good. So it'll be cool to see more and more of that. Do you reckon you'll get any more guard stuff, or is this the full load? Like, do you reckon there's
I'll
more
get
to
more.
come? No,
Oh,
I mean,
in the
release.
No, I think this is
I think it's probably it for guard.
Yeah. I think they're probably going to contain with Yarick coming back. They've got they've got 4 new vehicles.
Yeah.
3 new vehicles.
And Graves, who's a named character.
Yeah,
so
I
got
think
a new
this would
named
be it.
character.
Yeah, I think this would be it personally.
Yeah.
Which kind of cool. I mean, it's
for me, it's a smart way to do it. You've got an established line that you kind of have streamlined and fixed over the last kind of few years with like the new Cadian kits and Rogel Dawn tank.
It's already sold out on Element Games.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
People went mental for those.
I think I might leave it.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather do the plan for my 30k.
Yep, fair enough.
I don't know if I'm as happy about that.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Tank Commander Kale.
Oh, for fuck's sake. But yeah, what else have we been doing? What else has kind of been going on in life? Other media interests?
So
Yellowstone, as in the series.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen this series, so I can join in this conversation.
So I was looking for something to watch, and it kept getting advertised to me on Netflix, and I think this was like last time we recorded was 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm now on the last series that are on Netflix, so season 4. So I've watched quite a lot of it.
Okay.
I really like it. There's a couple of I really like it. Made me want to be a cowboy.
Yeah, it does give you that vibe.
Yeah. And I really like the kind of some of the elements of like the honor that they have with it.
Yeah.
Like
it's a really fucked up honor system. It is an honor system.
They're like basically. I'm not going to ruin anything by saying this. Yeah. The way they resolve everything is just murder.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you wronged us. Oh, we'll kill you.
We'll kill you. Yeah.
But like the way, so there was a scene from when
they're our bad guys.
Yeah.
It's like that, isn't it? Like the heroes of the show.
Yeah.
Are like villains, really.
Yeah. They're the anti.
But they're badass villains that you like, and because of this honor system, it feels kind of warranted.
Yeah. So like their whole thing is
protect our land.
Protect our land, protect our people. So if someone like jumps one of their people, they'll kill him.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they go looking for trouble, looking to do that. It's always retaliation.
It's like reactionary.
Yeah. So there's one thing in this which really stuck with me, where he's talking about how lies are calluses on your heart. And I was like, that's amazing. That's so good. A way of explaining what lies are and why lies are bad to like a child. Because he was explaining it to a child. And a way of explaining it to a child is to like, lies are just calluses on your heart. And eventually if you tell so many, you'll just be one big callous heart and stuff like that. And I thought that was really good. And some of the stuff is amazing. Annoyingly, season 5 isn't on Netflix. I think I'm going to have to find it on Paramount Plus or something like that. But I really enjoy it.
I can't remember how many seasons are.
5.
I've watched the whole thing.
There's 5.
Okay.
So 4 is the last one on Netflix. 5 is as far as I can see, it's only on Paramount, but it's owned by Paramount, so it makes sense that it's only there.
Yeah, it does. One thing I'll say, because I don't want to dim your excitement, and obviously won't say anything about what happens in the last series. It suffers. A lot of American shows, I seem to get this. They just. It's not that they end badly.
Yeah.
But it's like it runs out of steam.
Yeah. And I feel like we're there already in season 4. Yes. Like, it's getting to the point now where they've moved away from this whole like, just like everyday farming challenges of farming cattle in the US to, we're basically a militia now. And we just do the fuck we like and we kill people and part of me wishes it wasn't really like that in the US, in that kind of place. Probably the US. Probably is. Like the fact that so they take all their bodies to this road. When they kill people, they put them in the back of their trucks and they take them to this road because there isn't. He asks why. It's like because there's no one lives within 100 miles of this point. Like there's no cities, there's no towns, no one drives this road.
Of lawlessness.
Yeah, so they're like, so
we just chuck everything off this cliff.
Everything goes off this cliff, and he's like, and we're not the first. Like this is like, if you went down the bottom of that cliff, you would find thousands of bodies that have been here since like the 1800s or whatnot.
Yeah.
Like it's a weird concept, and it's basically getting to the point where they feel like they're just trying to like up the ante.
Yeah, it's like jumping the shark. We need more explosions, more crazy.
Yeah.
Jumping the shark.
Yeah.
But they've got like 8 spin-offs of it or something nonsense like that.
There are a few.
So there's like so it's the idea is this family has owned this ranch since like the 1800s, since they settled America in quotes. And so like Harrison Ford does a series.
Yep.
That's on Netflix, and that's the 1882, I think it is.
Oh, yeah, it's like the prequel of them getting there.
Yeah. So it's basically
I've seen clips of that.
Them taking the land and turning it into the ranch. Basically, is his series, and it's him and I think Helen Mirren. Like anyway, big names in this kind of series, and so it's spun off quite a lot. And there's a new one made by them about the oil drilling in Texas, which is basically the same thing, but with oil, which again, it's quite a lot of money considering how much money they get for like a cow, like a couple of £1,000. Like you can kind of see where all the money. Why they have like thousands of cows, and it's like they make millions of pounds, but actually they don't really make money from it. It's kind of what you learn from it. It was good. I really liked it. I'm kind of sad it's coming to an end because I need to find something else to watch. I tried watching.
I think you will finish it and go, I'm kind of glad they didn't do another series.
Yeah,
that's what I think you will find.
I'm getting to the steam point now, like where
it's worth a watch. I wouldn't say it's bad.
No.
It ends and you're like, oh, okay.
Like, okay, that's good. At least it ends, right? Rather than like a Grey's Anatomy, which is on fucking season 29 now or whatever, fucking nonsense.
Yeah.
So in that respect, a little bit like Breaking Bad, where they should have ended it at a certain point.
Yeah.
Again,
American shows just seem to do this a lot. And
they either don't do anything, as in like, so there was one on Netflix. Again, you can kind of see where my sort of interests lie. Ashton Kutcher does a farming show called The Ranch. It's called The Ranch. It's on Netflix, right? Yep. And it is fucking great. It's like a kind of, I would say, do you ever watch like My Wife and Kids?
Yeah, very little.
Or so it's a very like set stage US show.
Yeah.
There's not a lot outside. You can tell when they're outside, they're inside. Yeah. So it's that kind of vibe, and it's Ashton Kutcher and a couple of other like I need to find them like really great actors, and it was a really good series. And then like this big kind of bit where they don't want to ruin it, but someone gets killed off. Like clearly they don't want to do it anymore, and they kind of wanted to end it. But it kind of after that point, it just kind of. When he went, I was like, they've left it open for him to come back. Because I think they do this whole "we don't find the body" type thing, and I was like, oh, okay. So basically, this is the end of the series. They're going to find him.
Contract negotiations. So we need to put something in there that he might return, but might not return.
It's got where's he gone? It's got
it's Harold Bishop all over again.
It's got Sam Elliott in it.
Yep.
You know, the big mustache man.
Yeah.
It's got Danny Masterson in it. Ashton Kutcher, Alicia Cuthbert, like really big names, and it's really funny. I'd recommend it if you've not watched it. It's like 8 seasons, and it's very similar. Like the last, like if they didn't kill him off and they basically just ended it there, and it was just the end, it would have been really good. But they killed him off, and then they didn't find a body, and then it was like maybe he's going to come back, and then he never does, and it's just it kind of lost that steam to the point where I'm pretty sure they've finished it now. I don't think they're doing any more series, but very similar kind of vibe of it's really great, but I think lots of shows don't stick the landing very well.
No. Well, it's normally because the show's kind of hit its peak, the audience is lowering.
Yeah.
So they go as a company go right. Well, we've kind of milked this for its money now, so now we need to wrap it up because the cast are becoming too expensive.
Yep.
Because they've done 6 seasons, so they want more money and
6 seasons in a movie.
it's all that kind of stuff, and so then it just kind of gets weirdly wrapped up due to all those outside factors, rather than what's the best story.
I'm trying to think. I did watch a series recently, which actually really ended really well. Like, finished.
I would love to watch a season, like watch a TV show, and I can't remember the last one, where it ends, and I'm like, oh man, I could have had more.
Schitt's Creek. Schitt's Creek was like that.
I don't think I've watched it.
So Schitt's Creek were effectively rich family, own lots of things, go bankrupt, and they're basically allowed to keep one thing, which is this town called Schitt's Creek.
Oh, right.
It's got Adam Levine in it.
Adam Levine.
Adam Levine. And hang on, I literally was looking at it.
Eugene Levy.
No. Okay, not him then.
Adam Levine, isn't that the lead singer of Maroon 5?
It's got Eugene Levy, the guy from American Pie.
Jim's dad.
Catherine O'Hara in it. Daniel Levy. Annie Murphy. Other family.
Actually, Catherine O'Hara's not alive anymore.
No, she's died. And it's honestly, it's 6 seasons. It's fucking phenomenal. Like, it's really, really good. And they ended it really well. They basically was like, oh, this is actually the end. We kind of make our money back, and we it's really, really good. Really, really good. That and Parks and Rec ends kind of well, I guess.
I couldn't get into that.
Really? Yeah. I think it is one you either get into or not. It's definitely background TV for me. Like, I'll put it on and I don't have to watch it, but mainly for Chris Pratt.
I was trying to get my parents to watch Black Books.
Okay, you made me watch Black Books.
Fucking love Black Books.
So good. But again, that kind of stuff doesn't exist
Dylan
anymore.
Moran, is it? I think is his name, and obviously Bill Bailey. And it's just so good. Like, I miss comedy series like that.
It was good.
The other day, and this is showing age because he probably won't even know what the fuck it is, but Dinner Ladies.
Oh, yeah.
Dinner Ladies was so good. It's such a classic, like, British comedy series. Yeah. And it's old. It was old when I knew about it, you know, but it was so good.
I remember Dinner Ladies being on TV.
Yeah, okay. It probably reruns.
Yeah.
I remember it being a very well established, and it might have even finished when I discovered it.
It finished in 2000.
Okay,
1998 to 2000.
Yeah, so maybe I was watching it at the right time.
Yeah. You just TV and the way it looks has changed drastically in the last like 20 years. But that is still 26 years ago, right?
Yeah, quite.
That I remember watching Dinner Ladies.
Okay, like, Dinner Ladies was great. Yeah, Black Books. Like, a lot of those comedy series I just loved. Spaced was good too.
Never watched it.
I've got it on DVD somewhere.
Never watched it when it first came out because I was a little bit too young for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, Spaced is a good
First season better than the second season.
Oh, 100%. I'm glad they didn't do a third because I think it would have just lost its charm.
But then it's nice to see how...
I've had a great series called You Can't Ask That.
Oh, dear.
And it's award-winning documentary series. People from marginalised group respond to candidly to questions about their identities and experiences. So of them, they have firefighters. This is the first season. Firefighters, nudists, people who've killed someone, autistic spectrum people, HIV positive people, Olympic and Paralympic gold medalists, public housing people, and kids. Like, they're also dwarfs. That's a fucking great. And they've got priests on there as well.
Oh god.
Oh gee.
I'm gonna add that to my list. I'm gonna watch that shit.
So on the subject of watching things, I've been watching Andor.
Good.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Good,
so
good.
3 episodes.
What series?
Andor.
The first series.
Second.
Oh, okay.
Cool. You've watched the first series,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Good.
he's not gonna be. Yeah. Not
that far behind. So yeah, I've got 3 episodes left to watch.
You will immediately want to go and watch Rogue One.
Oh yeah, of course I will.
Yeah. Because that's what I did. I was ill when I finished it. And I was
literally, I'm very much assuming because of how time has jumped around a little bit that it's going to be like, oh,
I think he literally walks out of the room and then that's the start of Rogue One.
Yeah,
like,
it's got to be.
I think it does tie that way.
I assumed it would always go into either he's going to the meeting to meet the first person he kills at the beginning of Rogue One, or he's having a meeting with him, or whatever.
Yeah. I found that the first time Andor came on, like, I tried to watch it as a series and basically gave up after like episode 3. Like, I found it was very slow. It was very slow. It didn't really like tickle my pickle.
Yep.
But then when they finished it
Mhm.
and and it obviously was into Rogue One and stuff, and I think I was away working, and I think I was just in a hotel, and I was like, I want to watch something.
Yeah.
Let's watch something Star Wars, and I watched it then. I think I ended up watching most of Series 1 and going to bed like 3 a.m. Like I think I just forced myself into it,
Yeah.
and then it was fine.
Yeah.
But I really like the aesthetic they've gone with in the newer Star Wars stuff, like where they have. So in the Mandalorian movie that's just coming out on previews at the moment, there's that classic scene of the X-wings flying in front of the sunset, like, and how realistic it looks.
Yeah.
And I think I really like that aesthetic of the newer stuff.
Yeah.
Where they have made it, rather than it being like Star Wars is this kind of futuristically looking, kind of janky looking thing, it actually looks like real world
They've
now.
gone back to gritty.
Yeah, lived in.
Yeah, like
Dirty.
you can imagine that's what it would be like in however many thousands of years in the future, whatever it is, or in the past.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It was a long time ago.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Exactly.
Anyway, and so I really like that kind of vibe they've gone
Mhm.
with, and
Yeah.
I think it makes Disney for me more like interesting.
Yeah, it feels lived in.
Yeah.
It feels like it actually works as a universe.
Out of all of the live action ones, Andor is the best. Pretty much.
When you say live action ones, well, we like give us like.
So
you're talking like Ahsoka.
Ahsoka.
I hate Ahsoka.
The
Ahsoka
Acolyte.
was fine.
Obi-Wan.
Acolyte, I wasn't a fan of.
Acolyte, I don't think I finished.
Obi-Wan, I enjoyed, but I just had. They could have done some different things.
Okay, let me rephrase it. It's Andor is as good as seasons 1 and 2 of The Mandalorian.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Andor.
Yeah.
I think once it started getting better, yes.
It is as good as Mandalorian.
Yeah,
season
I
1
would
and 2.
completely agree with that. I would completely
Mandalorian
agree.
season 1 is very weird and very sort of like, because some of the episodes are like half hour and that's it, 25 minutes long.
Yeah.
It's very strange, but I get why they were doing it like that, to get sort of interest again. But yeah, the rest of the shows are very meh.
Yeah, Book of Boba Fett was just.
Oh, so disappointed.
It was
Just
basically
average.
Mandalorian part like
2.5.
2.5.
Yeah,
like
2.5.
at the point where you
half the
rely
series,
on
yeah.
bringing in another character from
It's just
another
like,
show.
We're gonna have the return of live action Luke. We'll do and it's all around Grogu and Mando. We'll do that in the Book of Boba Fett. Like what?
Acolyte.
Just strange. There's some great moments in Book of Boba Fett. I think they stay true to his kind of character.
Yeah.
But
well,
it's just weird.
I don't think they did, but
I found Acolyte really boring. Like,
I did not enjoy it.
I watched like 2 episodes and was like, well, I'll wait, because it was when they were doing 1 episode a week.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I basically missed the next one, and I was like, well, that's fine, I'll wait.
Yeah, I'm a very casual Star Wars fan, so like all the kind of craziness, hate that it was getting, I found at the time, I thought, whatever. Like,
same for Ahsoka though. Like, I didn't particularly enjoy Ahsoka.
Ahsoka was fine.
Like
that's literally the best praise I can give it. It was fine.
Yeah, it was watchable.
It's no best 3 Star Wars movies of all time. Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and Rise of Skywalker.
I know this is your home, but get the fuck out.
I like them. I thought they were
You're allowed to like them.
You're allowed to your opinion,
You're
however
allowed
wrong
your
it might be.
opinion,
Talking about
wrong
shit
it is.
things, talk to us about Warhammer Plus.
Oh,
See, you've got Warhammer Plus is shit.
I like the link. Well done.
Keep
So-
us rolling, keep us moving. We'll come back to Star Wars.
So basically,
potentially.
I had an issue with my Apple have fucked me somehow and changed the email that I was using and whatnot. Anyway, so I had to sort all that out, and while it was there, obviously, when you hit leave your Warhammer subscription, it tells you all of the things that you get. And while I was killing one off and starting another one up to make it all work, I basically was like, oh, Warhammer Plus is a thing. Like, because basically you have a Warhammer subscription for the app. That's why. Like, I'm yet to meet anybody that goes, you know what, I've got mine for Warhammer Plus. And the app is so fucking shit. Like, it is so bad. As someone that has built apps, it is like annoyingly shit how bad it is. Like, you can't find anything. It doesn't tell you the release date.
The Warhammer Plus app, sorry.
Yeah,
I mean, the 40k app's great.
No, the 40k app is actually not the worst. But the Warhammer Plus app,
okay.
It works for what I want to use it for.
it's a little confusing, but actually, when you think about how would you present that details, the only thing that annoys me about it is they don't have legend stuff.
Yeah, that sucks.
Like, they could very easily put that in. Like, it's just going to be a database
with
the fields being filled in and then formatted through the app.
Legends are there because they don't want to upset their client base.
That's
and eventually things will leak out of Legends, so they don't want to keep updating it.
But what I don't get, like the Hell's Lasts, that's a legend. That's not in anything. So, but why does that make sense to be a legend? Like,
because it's based on the books and it's the Legend of Minsk-Alesk. And if you're a massive fan of it,
brilliant,
then you can
use
play
it. It just
everyone else doesn't.
It basically means it's not going to make it into a list because
in most people's lists, unless you're a massive fan of that person.
Yeah, or you have to be like 25 points under and bring a little bit of paper. Anyway, whatever. So the problem I find with the Warhammer Plus TV app, let's call that. So one, it looks shit. Like the icons at the bottom look really shit, right? So if you wanted to find, say,
a
battle report,
awful.
Without going for a search, you want to go for find a battle report, right? You have to scroll down.
Yep. Okay.
There's a where's it gone? There's a top 10 this week. Fine. Faction focus, Military,
Okay.
gaming.
You've already lost me at this point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I've had to scroll down through like 9 or 10 items to get to gaming, which you would assume would be where the battle reports are. Which you're right, they are there, right? And they have just this here, and it's battle reports for all of the factions, and you can kind of go between them.
Okay.
All of the factions, apart from Warhammer 40k and Age of Sigmar, have like 1 or 2 battle reports. So like Heresy, there's 3. So only 3 battle reports for Heresy. Old World, there's 2. For Kill Team, there's some more because they've done some campaign stuff, which is quite cool. Like the rest of them, they have battle reports for Middle Earth, for Underworlds, for Legion Imperialis, Warcry, Necromunda. Effectively, what they've done is gone, let's record a battle and use it as the promo stuff to get people into the game. Or to point towards, like, if you want to play Warcry.
Yeah, rather than producing content.
Yeah, so they've done that. So let's go to 40k, right?
Do they still have a Twitch?
Oh, I don't know.
Possibly.
I thought they killed it off for this.
That's what I think they did, yeah. But obviously the Twitch had regular battle reports on it.
Yeah.
So I just assumed they'd moved to here, but it just seems like they've killed that whole wing off.
Yeah. So, battle reports. So let's just go to 40k. They don't give you a date.
Yeah.
So, how do I know which of these is for the current edition?
Yeah.
How do I know if it's newest first?
Yeah.
So therefore, this is the latest one, or this is the oldest one because it's first.
Mm.
Like, it doesn't tell me any of that stuff. And what annoys me more is the fact that in their newsletter, they advertised a Astra Militarum battle report. And I was like, brilliant, I'll go watch that.
Yeah.
Click it in the newsletter, takes me to the Warhammer Plus website, doesn't launch the app, doesn't load it for me, doesn't help in any way. And if I type in Astra Militarum battle report, like, I get like 50, but doesn't tell me which one's which.
No.
Doesn't help in any way. It's like they've kind of gone, well, this is like the bare minimum.
Yeah, Joe, what I think it is I think they've gone, we can't do a better job than the businesses that now run through YouTube. So like your Tabletop Tactics, for example, your Play on Tabletop, like the different companies that are companies and hire very outgoing presenter type people who do it for the love, but Warhammer don't want to pay them the right amount of money to do that job. And so, I went to a Tabletop Tactics game that was Orks versus Imperial Guard. Just randomly, the thumbnail grabbed me. I was like, oh, that looks quite cool.
Yeah.
Clicked on it. It was like a whole Scions force. I wrote a list after the thing because I was like, that would be so cool. Like, and it was entertaining, And I just think Warhammer are like, well, we have to really invest in this if we're going to do it properly.
Yeah.
So let's just not bother.
Yeah, which is like, it basically means that you're paying, is it 40 quid a year?
No idea.
Whatever you're paying per year, per month, whatever, you're paying that for a model and the
And
Warhammer app.
access to the app.
Which
To have more than one list.
to have more than one list. Which, to be fair, actually isn't a bad deal. Because if you think the model, it's a single pose model. It's like 30 quid.
It would be 32 quid. In
32 quid.
today's current.
So effectively, you're paying, if it's a 50 quid a year or whatever, you're paying 20 quid to use the app with the rules, easily accessible. Because they don't sell a rule book. So if you're actually going to buy a rule book, you're basically broken even at that point. And that's how I look at it. Like, I'm not expecting it to be great, but it's just frustratingly
the
shit.
usability sucks. Like, even if we talk about levels of content, you take all that away.
Yeah.
Just trying to use the thing sucks.
And I wouldn't mind if it was like I get it. Agile delivery of these types of things, agile software delivery would be get a product out there, see how people are using it, and improve the things that people aren't. But people, like, I haven't looked at this probably since we got the subscription to start with, and started using it then. It's not fucking changed. Like, I can't see how they've improved this in any way, shape, or form. Which means they've basically gone, here's a system to view some content. We'll keep putting content on there, and then fine. Like, we're not going to invest in it any further.
Yeah.
Which is a bit sad.
Mm.
Like, I always come back to especially in this kind of stuff, I always come back to the Yoda thing of do or do not. There is no try. Like,
yeah, but then you think of it as a marketing strategy, right? You have something that works, but works averagely and isn't overly updated. Let's say next year, in 2 years' time, they decide, you know what, we can make a lot of money out of this. We're going to really lean into it and do something crazy. Let's say off the back of Henry Cavill's Amazon thing.
mm.
And they go, so now, all new Warhammer Plus, brand new software, brand new this, it's a selling point to get people to either renew who didn't or have never used it before. Whereas if you continue to make a good service, that doesn't sell for new people.
No.
And I think it's maybe a bit of a pessimistic way to look at it, but I just think you make something average and then you go, we've made something amazing, and everyone goes, oh, I'll try that out, that looks good. And then you get that big push of income.
The only thing, and as someone that builds products, the only thing I can think of is they don't have a dedicated app development team. They probably have a development team who work on apps and other shit in the background, and they have just competing priorities. It wouldn't surprise me if it's the same team as the web team, and they're building the website, which is also not great. It is actually better. Like, the search is a little bit better now, and you can see they're improving things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're adding slightly marginally better filters. Like, still not great, but like quality are like a lot of a great improvement to someone's experience is something that they will never notice.
Yeah.
So
true.
like if I use it and I can find my product, like, they'll have a metric about someone landing on the homepage and then how long it takes them to transact, so how long it takes them to buy something. So that includes like finding, searching, picking my product, and then transacting out the back of it and buying it out the back of it. So they'll have a metric for that. Yeah. So adding stuff like filters, easier navigable menus means that time comes down and they'll be able to hit their target. So actually, while filters are very unsexy in development, they're really good.
Yeah, of course.
So, and building a filtering system is really hard because you effectively have, like, think of a product. You'll have a Kratos tank. So you have a Kratos tank, and it will have a description that you've got, your name for Kratos tank, and then you'll have a whole host of filterable tags. So tank, vehicle, heresy, and Kratos. Well, not Kratos, but other things that are similar to other things. So like heresy. So then if I type in tank in the search, and I then can select a filter of heresy, it will then remove everything from 40k. Yeah. Like, and you build a filter system that way.
Yeah, it'd be great if it worked.
It doesn't work though. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
It's better, but the filtering that they give you is nonsense. But
it's basic, and it's things like, I remember when we were looking at. Well, I think we did I can't remember what the segment was, but we looked at new chaos models.
Yeah.
Well, like, if you just go chaos and go character, there was like 5 missing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you're like, but they're named characters that are chaos aligned. But because they were demon princes or whatever, they weren't coming up when you just did chaos and character.
Yeah.
It's just like, what?
Yeah. It's
just mental.
I could do it. I could work there. I could fix that. If you want to give me a job and let me stay here rather than move to Nottingham, like I could
That's
fix
the
that for
problem.
you.
Everything is in house.
They've moved it now. They used to do remote, but they've changed it from looking at their jobs. I haven't looked at their jobs in a while actually. Maybe I will.
Probably a good reason not to.
I would never move. That's the only thing.
Yes.
And I got a pretty sweet deal now, so I probably won't. Anyway, in summary, Warhammer Plus still shit.
Yeah.
The animations, the content on there,
Oh,
if you
some
can
of the
find it,
content
some
on
of the
it's
animations are amazing.
Yeah.
Really make me enthusiastic to play
If you
that
can
stuff.
find it.
If you can find them. And that's why, so I got, the reason I was looking at it and why I started trying to use it again was because, while building, I wanted to watch some Astra Military battle reports.
Yeah.
So I was obviously going through, 40k in 40 minutes, or their channels
play on
tabletop, and watching their 40k in 40 minutes.
Yep.
Really good, fast. They don't do like the long drawn out battle reports.
Just too American for me.
It is very American.
Some of them are good. Some of them I can't. Like, just someone will say something and I'm like, no, I can't. I don't know why.
And then the tabletop tactics.
Yeah.
I haven't really watched any of their stuff. I think I went to, and they're doing like D&D
they're
at the
good for
moment.
background. Like, I find having it on while you're doing other things, and you kind of, it gains your focus for a bit, and then you can kind of wean off of it.
Yeah.
So I found that quite useful.
Yeah.
But yeah, so interesting to see what Beard, as his nickname is, does, because he's just recently left Tabletop Tactics.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, and he's starting his own thing.
Oh.
To family life balance, he wanted control of it, like himself.
Yeah.
And he's one of them, like, I'm not going to say more liked, but he's very, he's a big personality, and so I think he's probably gambled on that carrying the fans from Tabletop Tactics to his thing,
To him being,
so he can have a quick launch and
Yeah.
gain those followers very quickly.
Yeah.
That's
That's cool. Good.
But yeah, I mean, I'm following on Instagram to kind of see what he does. Because that'll be interesting to see how different it is, or the same but just under a different name.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anything else anyone wants to highlight before we round out the segment?
Nah, I think we should round out.
Yeah. Been waffling for a little while.
We have.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that segment. We'll be back after a quick advert break to talk about the KROOT.
We've been running Hangouts for years, either down on the farm, if you know you know, or hosted on an online Hangout space. For each session, we post a link in our Discord and Facebook group, and just click it and you're in. The podcast hosts a weekly Hangout every Wednesday evening from 8:30, taken care of by Mike, one of our moderators, and a monthly Hangout on the last Sunday of each month from 8 PM, hosted by one of our podcast hosts, but 100% it will not be Neil. Whether you want to hobby along or just hang out and chat, you'll find a relaxed, positive atmosphere and plenty of like-minded people. We'd love to see you at one soon.
Welcome back. This is the Spotlight, and this episode we're talking about the KROOT. Those pesky savage things.
Sorry, I moved my mic stand.
Oh, it was your mic stand, was it? I wasn't sure if it was that.
No,
or
it wasn't my
arse.
arse. It wasn't my arse.
It wasn't his arse.
That was earlier.
Yeah.
I might cut that out.
So, as ever, in the Spotlight, we'll have a brief introduction into who the KROOT are, go into their history, some of their unique features, and end with some notable KROOT members. So, the KROOT, or to give them their full name just this once, KROOTIS aviana, are a humanoid species of Xenos. They appear throughout the galaxy, but are most frequently associated with the Tau Empire. KROOTs operate in a clan-based culture across the various homeworlds. These clans are overseen by elders, not the Eldar,
Not to be confused by
who dispatch KROOT across the galaxy, often to serve as mercenaries in order to strengthen the clan via genetic absorption. And we'll get into all of that stuff a little later on. In order to gather genetic material from all over the galaxy, the KROOT sell their services to anyone willing to pay them. They're not picky. They travel the galaxy, taking limited contracts from both major and minor races, and are regularly employed by the Tau. Now, while the contract with the Tau is supposed to be an exclusive one, the KROOT regularly send out their Warspheres to continue their mercenary trade amongst the wider cosmos. But shush, just don't tell those pesky fish goats. Despite being mistrusted by most of the Imperium, they are very faithful to their contractors. They see it as their life's duty to absorb the many genetic traits found across the galaxy, and betraying a client would jeopardize this mission. So we're going to hear more about the KROOT, how the Imperium came across them, their history as a race, and move into, obviously, their connection with the Tau.
Awesome. So, smooth up there. Here we go. So the KROOT hail from the world of Pech. Pech?
Pech is how I would say it.
Pech. Evolving from ancient avian ancestors. Their history changed forever thousands of years ago when the Ork rock landed into their planet. The KROOT ate the surviving greenskins, and within a few generations, they began to absorb Orchid DNA. This genetic shift gave them an instinctive grasp of mech boy technologies. In just a few thousand years, they jumped from primitive hunters to an industrial civilization, building hive cities, factory farms, and eventually warp-capable Warspheres. They began colonizing nearby stars, but their expansion eventually led them back into a losing war against the Orks. By the 38th millennium, the Orks had pushed the KROOT to the brink of extinction. Their worlds were occupied, and Pech was nearly empty. That's when the Tau arrived to capitalise in other people's pain.
The heroes of the story, surely.
The Tau forces rescued the KROOT on the world of Krath, leading to a 10-year conflict known as the War in the Place of Union. Such a catchy title. Together, the two races drove the Orks out and liberated the KROOT homeworld. After the victory, the legendary shaper Angkor Proch swore allegiances to the Tau, or Tu'o, at the sacred oathstone of Pech. However, he made a radical decree. He rejected urbanization. He ordered the KROOT to return to their primal tribal lifestyle they had before the Orks arrived.
Interesting. Just after taking an oath to the Tau.
While they remain loyal to the Tau, many KROOT venture out into the galaxies as mercenaries. They fight for pay and new DNA, eventually making a pilgrimage back home to share their genetic spoils with the rest of their races. The KROOT's first encounter with mankind took place during the Damocles Crusade on the world of Sudkel. The Brimlock 17th Dragoons, the Dragoons, were moving to the front lines when they were caught in a brutal ambush. KROOT carnivores silently eliminated the Imperial scouts before falling upon the main column in a narrow forested pass. Scores of guardsmen were killed in the opening moments, while the Imperial Colonel and Commissar managed to hold the line and fight clear. The KROOT harried them relentlessly through the woods. The KROOT only retreated once the humans linked up with the size of the Emperor, the Space Marine chapter, deciding that a direct fight against the Adeptus Astartes was not worth it.
Clever.
Today, the KROOT serve as the Tau primary shock troopers. Their savagery is legendary, but it creates tension. Their Tau allies often look away in disdain during the KROOT post-battle feasts, tolerating the behaviour only as long as the KROOT follow one golden rule: don't eat the fish. Does that make them pescatarian? No, pescatarians, like an anti-pescatarian.
Yeah.
Fish are friend, not food.
Yeah. Don't eat the fish. Some extra lore for you. The Brimlock 17th Dragoons actually developed a deep grudging respect for the KROOT's woodsmanship. In some older lore, there are some stories of Imperial commanders actually hiring KROOT mercenaries on the down low because the KROOT aren't demonic and don't worship chaos gods. Some more pragmatic inquisitors or rogue traders view them as useful Xenos, as long as the local ecclesiarchy isn't looking.
Yeah, I don't think they'd be up for that
No, definitely not.
Partnership.
No. But yeah, so KROOT, I always feel like what was known about them before, or what I knew about them before, was they basically was like a slave race to the Tau. But it sounds very much like in that they're not...
Oh, they were never a slave race. They were a member.
I just find
like a voting member with rights, right?
Well, yeah, but
no.
there's a very the weird thing with proc, going all this industrial stuff. Where did it get us? We nearly got made extinct. Let's just go back to being primitive, living in caves. That's far better, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you're kind of why?
Yeah, yeah.
You've now got the towel behind you. It feels a little bit forced hand.
The
maybe
towel did their magic.
They're kind
brain
of
stuff.
they're kind of psychological warfare and kind of trick the crew into becoming their primitive allies and relying on the towel for more things than they probably needed.
No.
Perhaps.
No, they would never do something underhand like that for the greater good.
The
greater
Blimmin'
good.
ethereals.
So, the biology of the crew. Though having somewhat a humanoid physiology, the crew have clearly evolved from an avian origin. They retain beaks and have light, almost hollow bones with 4 digits on each hand and foot. Their skin is rough with small barbed spines, similar to the elongated quills on their heads, protruding from various locations on their flesh. Skin pigmentation ranges from earthy brown colours and dappled greens to vibrant oranges and everything in between. So you get your purples, your blues, your what have you.
It's cool that they have that flexibility on models that are quite similar.
Mm-hmm.
You could actually have multiple kindreds, and we'll learn about kindreds in a little bit, but in one force.
Yeah.
So again, you can have that kind of classic, I keep going back to it for some reason, Eldar colour scheme. You can have a large squad of orange crew over there and have some blue or purple ones on the right flank, and it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes the army a little bit less bland, maybe.
Yeah, it does. So the crew are tall and their bodies have a wiriness to them that appears deceptively fragile. In actuality, the crew's muscle structure is extremely powerful and composed of dense fibre spindles that make them stronger than an unaltered human. Swift muscle contractions create a whiplash effect, allowing the crew to deliver powerful blows with great rapidity. On the ground, crew tend to move with a bounding, hopping gait, a little bit like a bird would. But in dense forests, they can spring from tree to tree at great speed. So, depending on the feeding directions of Kroot Shaper, the coloration of each kindred can vary quite considerably. It is also common for Kroot from each kindred to have particular tribal markings painted on their skin. So, depending if they've eaten Orks or Eldar or this or that, would affect the skin colour a little bit and what have you.
Yeah. The tribal markings are just, don't know why, I just image of a whole line of crew all painted like Braveheart.
Yeah.
Just half blue faces and Celtic curls, and I don't know.
It could happen. It could happen.
I don't know why, that's just the first image that I had in my head.
Fair enough. So the crew are known to mature quickly, with their most rapid period of growth occurring in the first 10 years of their lives. By the age of 12, they are considered adults, and it is not unknown for a crew to live to over 100 years. Their skin becoming increasingly pitted and leathery in the last few years of their life. The limited specimens that have been made available for study are found to have brains composed of a front and rear hemisphere. It appears that the larger frontal hemisphere controls the functions of logic, reasoning, and memory, while the rear, less developed hemisphere is more attuned to imagination and creativity. If this is indeed the case, it would go to some way of explaining their approach to life and the Kroot's current technological stagnation.
Or it's the Tau doing
Or
it.
It could be the Tau doing it, potentially. The Kroot head is crowned with a great mass of tough, flexible quills that appear to be part of the KROOT's sensory apparatus. The quills contain what seem to be ganglia running from the frontal lobes of the brain, and in this position would be extremely efficient at receiving and interpreting information on the surrounding environment.
It's like an extra sense almost.
Yeah. The olfactory cavity within the KROOT's skull is also enlarged, with multiple sense organs within both it and the mouth. The eyes are without pupil and are generally a milky white. It is likely that they are able to see further into the infrared spectrum, and can sense the body heat generated by their prey. All of these combine to make the KROOT formidable trackers and pack hunters, and extremely difficult to sneak up upon.
Easier eyes to paint. I like that.
Yes,
you haven't got to do all the little pupil dots.
Right, just do
just a bit of white.
Bleach bone. Job done. The KROOT generate little in the way of waste, excreting a form of pungent, oily sweat that has a variety of properties depending on what they've eaten. The most apparent benefits of this sweat is to be a heat retardant to a degree. It has antibiotic properties and serves as insulation, and can also cause a poorly aimed blow to slide clear.
So
they're very
gooey
greasy.
creatures.
They're very greasy.
Yeah. Satin varnish.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It is suspected that the KROOT can alter the properties of this secretion in order to leave pheromone trails, mark territories, leave warnings, and even communicate with one another. This may also be some form of control that extends to lower life forms such as birds and animals, as there is evidence to suggest that the KROOT employ empathic pheromones to prevent such creatures from being startled by them and giving away their position in battle.
Okay.
Combined with this method of communication, the KROOT can learn new languages at an astounding rate, matching posture and tone to sound of foreign words in order to discern their meaning. Their own verbal communication is a mixture of clicks and whistles, possibly reinforced by these pheromone exusions.
Yeah, they kind of talk through their skin.
Exactly.
Just give off certain smells, like I'm angry, bad smell. Interesting. That was quite cool. The quills as well that come out the back of their heads being attached to the front of their brain. It's kind of crazy. Like if you just try and I don't know. It's just cool. It gives more reason for them other than just design as well.
Exactly.
So there's a purpose to them. That's quite cool.
So I mean, if you snip them all off, you could have like
lobotomized.
Them.
I don't know. It would probably hinder them quite heavily, I would guess.
It's a wonder they don't wear like helmets, like hair mets, because it's their hair, right? So
but then obviously it would deter the senses, I guess.
Would deaden the sound.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that was quite cool. We clearly have dissected many KROOT in the Imperium to learn this stuff. Very cool. So Neil mentioned shapers. I think they've come up a couple of times. So we're going to talk about KROOT shaping. A unique feature of the KROOT is that they evolve by absorbing the traits of other species. A process accomplished by eating their flesh. Yum. Said they had senses in their mouth.
Yep.
For instance, KROOT that eat a particularly muscular species, such as Orks, will take on a more muscular physique themselves. Massive physique.
Yes.
First thing I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, we get to say massive physique again. Oh, lame. KROOT can change substantially from this process, even growing wings in some cases. And due to this, the many KROOT warbands across the galaxy often look radically different. Really makes me sad that you don't see this in their modelling. I don't know how you do it, but you know what I mean? Like, there's no buff KROOT. There's no, like, KROOT with wings. Like,
no, but
it gives you great conversion opportunities, I suppose. I think if I was ever going to do it, I'd want to do that. Like, particularly thinking back to, like, the kill team.
Yeah.
The Kroot kill team and making one just massive, like, eating just a ton of orcs and giving one wings and, you know, and matching their weapons to that kind of style of fighting.
Yeah.
That could be a really cool, unique way of having a very unique kill team.
I mean, certainly now that they've kind of gone down that, like, more units, so you can actually make a bit more of a viable Kroot army. You think they would. But it's just how far do you go? Tau's already got quite a lot of units anyway.
Yeah.
Let alone doing this.
Oh, yeah. And it makes sense in terms of, like, model kits. You can't have one dude who's suddenly really bulky and one, like, it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
You'd need almost a box of bulky Kroot, a box of winged Kroot, a box of three-legged Kroot, or whatever, you know?
Or 12-legged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, like, it makes sense, but that would be so cool to see. So Kroot leaders that are known as Shapers, they generally kind of guide the Kroot in with this instinctive ability to recognize desirable and detrimental traits in their defeated foes and instruct the kindred in what to eat. This eating of their foes ties in with their religious beliefs of the Kroot. They believe that when a warrior of any race dies, their warrior spirit should be kept, and the only way to do this is by eating their flesh.
Mm-hmm.
The Kroot digestive system is extremely efficient, capable of breaking down almost any organic material into an energy form that can be stored in specialized organs scattered throughout their bodies, called, Nymoons?
Yeah.
We'll go with Nymoons. That's a hard word to say. The Kroot have somehow inherited the ability to incorporate useful DNA codes into their own genetic makeup. Now, this process is not an exact science, and there are many examples where it has gone awry, leaving some trapped in evolutionary cul-de-sacs, so to speak. The Krootoks and Kroot hounds being the most visible evidence of this.
Mm-hmm.
Or most common is probably a better way of putting that. At some point in their evolutionary history, both subspecies of Kroot fed upon creatures that possessed traits that they wished to take on, but in doing so, atrophied their intelligence. The Krootoks are now much larger and stronger, but have become lumbering creatures more akin to forest-dwelling herbivores than their smaller, more intelligent kin. The Kroot hounds have become faster and leaner, but like the Krootoks, their intelligence was reduced, becoming little more than vicious predators. The Kroot use these variants of themselves as labourers, pack animals, mounts, and even as weapons, especially the gargantuan Narlock. It's crazy to think that this subspecies were standard Kroot.
Yep.
I never knew this.
And they've just constantly eaten the same thing until
they literally become dogs.
Yeah.
Or giant, like, lumbering herbivores.
Wouldn't that be great in the real world, right? If you just constantly eat.
You are what you eat.
You are what you eat. I'd be
no.
fucked.
I'm getting there.
So much more cookie. I'd just be a cookie.
I'm slowly becoming more and more like a pillow or a sofa.
You eating a sofa?
No, but I'm eating enough to become one.
Right.
Oh, no. So the consumption of certain creatures, however, is forbidden by the Shapers. These include Tyranids, which the Shapers have declared inedible, which means something far more horrible to a Kroot than it does to a human, because the Shapers are so repulsed by the Tyranids' particular way of changing their genetic makeup. Like, they do it better than us, so we don't like them. It's an interesting take. Kroot are able to taste the taint in the meat of... No?
No.
Okay. I was waiting for a laughter at tasting the taint.
No. We've moved on since there. We're now in Dick in the Box stage.
That's true. It's a dick in a box. Anyway. Do you reckon that's royalty free? Do you reckon we can use it?
No.
It's not old enough yet. So Kroot are able to taste the taint in the meat of dead Genestealer hybrids, even if the mutations are not visible. And pure strain Genestealers are particularly dangerous for Kroot to consume, as it reduces them to slaves to the hive mind. In one instance, eating part of a Genestealer's head caused the Kroot to mutate rapidly into a berserk, multi-limbed hybrid. Also not allowed by the Shapers are humans who worship chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Though Kroot are not always able to distinguish cultists from the average human. accidentally eat a bit of Chaos Taint. And, of course, as already mentioned, the Tau. Due to their role in saving the Kroot's homeworld of Pech from the Orks, consuming Tau flesh is a crime that brings swift and deadly retribution from the Shapers present. They are also unable to effectively shape the living metal of the Necrons, and doing so produces hideous effects.
Ooh.
Just, I tell you what, you could twist that and just spray all your Kroot silver, and you've got Necron eating Kroot. Very quick, very quick paint job. But yeah, so right, we're going to move into specific kind of notable variations of the Kroot that have come through their eating of certain races' DNA.
So, the Psychic Kroot.
Ooh.
The Silver Skull Space Marines once encountered a terrifying variation of the Kroot that had assimilated Eldar DNA. By consuming the genetic material of those powerful psychics, the Kroot gained the ability to cast complex illusions. They used the Psychic Shroud to hide their true forms, appearing instead as smooth-skinned midnight blue creatures with elongated faces and amethyst eyes. This disguise was nearly perfect, only breaking when the creature's psychic connection was severed, usually by decapitation, causing the body to revert to its natural Kroot form. In battle, they could project multiple ghost copies of themselves. These illusions appeared solid and could even inflict real damage, though they would instantly vanish if struck by a psychic attack. Recognizing how dangerous these Psychic Kroot were, the Silver Skulls recommended that the planet be completely purged.
Of course.
Yeah, why not? Why
of
not?
Course. We've never seen this before. It's scary. Nuke it.
The Green Kroot is kind of like what we've already talked about.
Just eating a ton of Orks, so much so they go green.
Yeah, they don't change, they cut just their colour. They become significantly more muscular and take on loud, boisterous and aggressive personality traits. So kind of like Southend on a Friday night after a couple of drinks.
Yep.
Or gym bros on steroids.
Yeah, 100%. The Kroot Alpha packs. While most Kroot fight in tribal kindreds, the Alpha packs are a breed apart. These are the elite units composed entirely of Alpha carnivores. Warriors specifically bred and guided by Shapers to be the frontline... Oh, hang on, I've opened up the keyboard. The frontline soldiers. On Cronus, these packs hailed from Janus Savannah. They fought for the Tau commander Ocaeus, and not just for pay, but to ensure their ancestral hunting ground remained protected. Yeah, definitely not slaves.
So, Commander Ocaeus is a very well-known
arsehole.
Right. He is the Monat. He is the one-man warrior.
Right. Well, he's not, because he's got Kroot fighting packs for him.
They don't count.
They're not real. They're not Tau. Second-class citizens. On Karava. During the conflict with the Karava system, several Alpha packs served as the tip of the spear for the Tau forces, proving themselves as some of the most disciplined and deadly warriors in the Empire's service. Quick note on Eldar DNA. In Warhammer 40k lore, the Eldar are incredibly dangerous meal for Kroot. Most Shapers actually forbid their kindreds from eating Eldar. While it can grant psychic powers, it often makes the Kroot fragile or mentally unstable. The fact that the Silver Skulls found a group that had mastered these powers shows just how effectively that specific tribe has evolved.
Okay.
Not the fact that they could just chow down an Eldar and everybody gets magic powers.
Everyone gets magic powers, yeah. Do you think you'd just go and find as many Eldar as you could?
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool. Language and culture.
So, the native language of the Kroot is a chirruping language, almost impossible for humans to emulate. Some humans...
Sorry, so that a chirping?
Chirruping. Yeah, chirrups.
What's like...
Yeah, chirruping and chirping.
Yeah. Bird talk. Tuki tuki. Tuki tuki waka waka.
I think we might have established...
Epe wapang.
Kaka and tuki
Tuki
don't
work. Yeah.
So yeah, even though humans maybe understand it, they may not be able to go kaka and tuki themselves. Kroot live in kindreds, which function somewhere between mercenary companies, extended tribal families, and nomadic warbands. A kindred can vary in size greatly, and each has its own code, traditions, scent variations, as well as skin pigmentations. Bonds between members of a kindred are extremely close, and to attack one Kroot is to raise the ire of its entire kindred.
Kroot got each other's backs.
Exactly.
We don't suffer no fools.
We don't suffer no fools. Kroot within a kindred are able to identify each other by scent, vocalizations such as squawks and howls, and the rattle of their quills when they smell blood.
Just their little things getting excited.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I say.
Oh, that's good. We've been on one today.
Oh dear.
It's good. It's fine. I'll fix it in post.
Keep a lot of it in.
It's fun.
Not all of it, but a lot
all
of it.
Yeah. We'll get rid of Neil's rampant racism.
Oh yeah. The Kroot greatly revere their ancestors, known collectively as the Roots.
The root.
The Roots.
The roots.
The
Okay.
Roots.
As in the roots of a tree.
I thought it was just they were the roots and then they become the Kroots.
Roots.
Oh, I see. They just add a K.
Yeah. And then soon
It's like putting a Z at the end.
soon they become Kroots and then start adding letters to the front of it. I mean, that's not a bad way of iterating on your name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Roots, the ancestors, are venerated for conserving the wisdom, knowledge, and strands that enable the Kroot of the present to live and continue their family lines. The Kroot believe in a variety of gods, including Vork, Gmork. Wonder where that one's come from.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Who are credited with creating the universe. Kroot see the eating of the dead as a sacred act and honour their own fallen by consuming them in a burial ceremony.
This
so
is
they
the
are
bit where the Tau look away.
Yeah, so they are cannibals.
Yes, cannibals, carnivores. They see something dead, they will eat it.
Unless it's...
Other than a few small things. And even then, if the shaper's not looking, they might give it a nibble.
It could go horribly wrong.
It could do. Again, just the modelling idea of just like a Kroot with a third arm just growing out. Like just a little nub hand, like just growing out this side. Because he's accidentally, secretly, in like Gene Stealer hybrid or something. Just I don't know. I see the modelling possibility.
I could have a Quato one.
Yeah. So technology and the Kroot armory. So outwardly, the Kroot seem to be simple pre-industrial society, incapable of achieving powered flight, much less travelling through space. In fact, after their first encounter with the Orks, the Kroot built cities and industry, as we heard. But following their defeat and being brought into the Tau Empire, they pulled back on their advancements, shall we say.
A return to their traditional methods, ways.
Who they truly were.
And yes, we believe.
But they did, however, keep the warp-capable Warspheres that they had created out of the original Ork rocks that had crashed.
Yep.
They built these Warspheres. So a little bit of info on the Warspheres. They are 9 kilometers in diameter. They are about 47 megatons in weight, and they can hold up to 300,000 Kroot. So they're big old ships.
Big old ships.
Yeah. A Warsphere, and I'm just picturing like a football. Like, I don't know why, just a big round ball. It's probably the sphere in the name. Just a big old ball. Is a Kroot spaceship which serves both as a mobile town and a war vessel. So, as I alluded to, the first Warspheres were created after the end of the first Kroot-Ork War. By eating the Ork mechs, the Kroot were able to mimic the technology, in brackets technology, of building spaceships. The result was the Warspheres, which allowed the Kroot to not only go into space, but cross the warp. The Warspheres have been the race's primary void ships ever since. Unlike the Tau, the Kroot have no difficulty using warp drives to travel between stars. Their exact methods of doing so has been kept secret from their Tau employers.
Don't tell the Tau. Don't tell the Ethereals.
Yeah. In terms of weaponry, the primary weapon deployed by the Kroot is a rifle based on the fighting staffs used by their ancestors. This weapon is often fitted with blades on the stock and at the end of the barrel, which the Kroot make deadly use of in close combat. The Kroot rifle is not the only weapon the Kroot make use of. There is the large Kroot gun, which is tied onto the backs of Krootoks. Next is their hunting rifle, which is a longer than standard Kroot gun. The Kroot hunting rifle has a longer range, but the Kroot must remove the attached blades to help with its stability. Besides these primary weapons, Kroot make use of a variety of more exotic firearms, such as the accelerator bow, dart bow, Kroot long gun, Kroot scatter gun, the Tangle bomb launcher, and the Kroot bolt thrower. Moreover, Kroot mercenaries often bring back weapons from previous employers, further diversifying their armory.
Mm-hmm.
Which again, just modelling. Like just doing a load of Kroot that are holding like bolters or even Tau guns. Or
well, you can have some shapers that have a pulse rifle.
That's cool. But yeah, it'd just be really cool to a bunch of like las guns.
Yeah.
Right, like las guns with a couple of like blades stuck on them, rather than the standard Kroot rifle. I think stuff like that could be really, really cool model wise. Just there's a lot more legs in the Kroot than I thought model wise, which is really cool. But yeah, so we're gonna round out with notable Kroot. There are a few. I think Sam's gonna kick us off with Dayak Grek, if that's how you're supposed to say his name.
I think there's still a model for this one.
Dayak Grek. Yes, was born on the world of AM KROOT as a member of the Kar clan. Unlike many of his kin who stayed with the Empire, Grek was sent out by his clan elders on a special mission. That sounds like, look, this guy, fucking hell. Send him on a special mission.
Yeah.
Get rid of him.
Yeah.
They sent him on a special mission to travel the stars to find the rarest DNA. Yeah, this is definitely a fuck-off mission, isn't it? Find the rarest DNA in the galaxy and return with those genetic spoils. Grek's greatest claim to fame was his work in the Blackstone Fortress, a massive sentient space station from an ancient age. So the mission, he travelled there to scavenge high-tech relics and, more importantly, to feast on the exotic creatures that live inside it. The Drukhari trap. Before reaching the fortress, Grek was forced to lead a group of Dark Eldar through a trapped Kroot Warsphere. The Drukhari planned to torture him once they reached their goal, but Grek outsmarted them, leaving the Torture Master stranded in a death trap while he escaped. While exploring the fortress, Grek entered the service of the rogue trader Janus Drake. The Grek takes his mercenary contracts incredibly seriously. To a Kroot, a broken contract isn't just a business failure; it's a spiritual one. Grek is a major source of information for Drake's famous book, The Liber Xenologists. He explains the galaxy from the Predator's perspective, often shocking his human companions with his cold, analytical views on which species are tasty or genetically useful. In battle, Grek isn't a brawler; he is a ghost. He is a master of pursuit, often infiltrating deep behind enemy lines before the battle even starts.
Does he do trivial?
He does do trivial pursuit. He is famous for using concealed explosive and snare traps to bleed his enemies dry before they even see him. Like all of his kin, he carries his Kroot rifle, but he uses it with a sniper-like precision, specifically targeting enemy leaders known as the Quarry That Can't Hide. A tactic known as the Quarry That Can't Hide. Grek's primary goal is the pilgrimage. Every creature he kills and eats on the Blackstone Fortress, from Chaos Cultists to alien Urguls, is a genetic gift he intends to bring back to Pech. He believes that by consuming the denizens of the fortress, he is helping the Kroot race evolve into something capable of surviving whatever horrors the galaxy will throw at them next. Fun fact, in Blackstone Fortress tabletop game, Grek is one of the most popular characters because he can set hidden traps on the board. If an enemy steps on one, they take massive damage before they even get a turn. It perfectly captures the predator feel for the Kroot in the game. I haven't played Blackstone Fortress. It's one of those games which always, like a few of the kind of like model board games, kind of pass me by.
Yeah.
I think Mike's got
I think he's got
Fortress.
most of it. Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to hear his take on him, whether he is good.
Grek and his model. Some of the models in Blackstone Fortress are gorgeous.
Glorious, yeah, absolutely.
So I'm gonna have to look up Grek and see what he looks like.
Yeah. I would say if you are interested in that, then head over to our Discord and join in the conversation. I'm sure Mike will love to regale you with conversations about Blackstone Fortresses. So head on over there. Next up is Angkor.
Or Angkor Proc.
That's what I said.
Similar.
Legendary. He was the legendary Kroot leader and is considered one of the greatest Kroot to have ever lived. He was given the name after refusing to give way to a larger Kroot at a feast. His name refers to the act of a bull Krootox sitting on its haunches. Interesting.
Like it's about to pounce, maybe.
Or just being immovable.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Celebrated for his ferocity in battle, Angkor Proc came to eventually be recognised. So Angkor Proc came to eventually be recognised as a visionary leader, committing to preserving the Kroot's traditions, values, and way of life. He was one of the Kroot leaders during the War of the Place of Union, and convinced the Tau to aid him in the liberation of the Kroot homeworld, Pech or Pech. After the campaign, Proc went to Pech's sacred Oathstone on the Plain of Bones and pledged the allegiance of his warriors to fight for the greater good and regular payment.
No, well, it's good he kept that in the terms and conditions.
You've got to get that money, get them monies in.
Yeah.
His body is buried on Pech amongst an enormous carved jaga tree on Mount Cancun. I don't know.
Cancun.
A popular holiday spot.
Popular holiday destination.
Yeah. Get your Jet 2 holiday.
Cancun.
So, lastly, we're going to look at Gorok of Clan T'Char, who was a Kroot shaper present on Gravelax during the Gravelax incident in late M41.
Ah, so they had lots of salmon.
Yes, lots of salmon. Gravelax. That's good commercial. It's a deep cut. So, spoilers for anyone reading For the Emperor novel in the Caiaphas Cain series, or they're going to do so.
Sorry.
Then, mute for 5 minutes. Shortly after Commissar Caiaphas Cain's arrival on Gravelax with the Valhallan 597th, he and his friend Torrin Divas, were attacked by a mob of pro-Tau humans. Before Gorok appeared and called them off, he struck up an acquaintance with Cain, which proved useful later. When war threatened to break out between the Tau and Imperial forces on the planet, both made the independent decision to send a scouting party into the tunnels under the capital city to locate the third party that was stirring up trouble. Cain's party, led by Inquisitor Amberley Vale, bumped into the Tau expedition, which included Gorok. Their previous acquaintance helped to broker a temporary truce with the Imperials, though not unfortunately before one of the Kroot was killed by an Imperial sniper. Gorok appeared to take this well, complimenting the Valhallan sniper on his skill. Because of the Kroot's ability to taste genetic variation, Gorok's observations alerted Vale and Cain to the true nature of their opponents, a Genestealer cult. When it became apparent to Gorok that the Genestealer hybrids had discovered the head of the slain Kroot, he acted to destroy the remains rather than let the Kroot's genetics fall into the Genestealer's hands. However, as soon as he opened fire, the party was discovered, and as they retreated, Cain last saw Gorok being torn apart by a pure strain Genestealer.
Ah.
Boo. So he blew the head apart so they couldn't get the genetic material, and then gave himself a sacrifice of genetic material. Not the best decision there for Mr. Gorok.
No.
So we'll end with this. I hope you've enjoyed the information that we've given of the Kroot. Lots of that stuff was new to me, so that was quite cool, diving a little bit deeper into a race that's been around for quite a while now. I remember when the Tau first came out, I'm pretty sure they had a box of Kroot that went along with them.
Just Kroot carnivores, and that was it.
Yeah. So they've been around for a while now, so it's cool to look at them a little bit more seriously. But I asked the question to you, gentlemen. I've kind of alluded to a lot of the things that I would probably do. But how would you theme a Kroot force or include Kroot into a force of Tau? And what colour scheme would you go for? While you think, I will give mine, which is a lot of conversion, a lot of different colours, and a bunch of Braveheart painting. Because for some reason, while writing and going through this spotlight, that's what's been going through my head. Just the idea of having like a 20-man unit of orange Kroot and green and that are a bit more muscular and just using the variety of colours to make the army pop, but then tying them all together with like the Braveheart kind of blue painting.
But instead of screaming freedom, they go DNA.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you can run a complete Kroot army without any Tau. So I would create the Kroot Liberation Force of dissenters who are fighting back against the Tau.
Okay.
And their kind of deal that they have on Pech,
So
and they're trying to liberate Pech.
Yeah, Tau drones
the
like
Kroot
hats.
Liberation Army of Pech.
Yeah.
As opposed to the Liberation Army of Pech.
Yeah.
You can't confuse the two.
No. So they are there solely to take back their homeland and to toss out the friendly fire foes.
That would be kind of cool.
So I would go with I quite like the standard Kroot like unit, 10-man unit.
Mm-hmm.
So I probably just go for like go overwhelming force.
Yeah, just tons and tons.
Yeah, like 3,000 points.
That's what I'd go for. But what I'd probably go for, like modelling and painting wise, I said. But like there used to be an old Rite of War where you could bring militia. And then your allies were like Space Marine Legion that would turn up. And I always had this plan of doing militia being thrown into the guns to just die by the Night Lords, and then have a kind of an elite Night Lord force behind them. And I'd do something like that with the Tau.
Yeah,
just show their villainous arc,
Yeah.
Have like a kind of small, elite, long-range firepower Tau backline with just hundreds of Kroot just running forward to get massacred.
Yeah, I like that.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
What about you, Neil? As the one who will probably most likely out of the three of us actually put some Tau and Kroot on the battlefield.
It would have to be a case of we'd have to have some battle suits in there just for the other firepower, but then have a few carnivore squads, some of the rampagers, the lone warrior type one that's on the back of the lizard that goes in.
Oh yeah.
It's
one of the new ones, isn't it?
And then so the Krootoks, both the rampagers, the riders, just for some other interesting things to go with.
Yeah, like fun over like the best thing. Yeah.
And then colour scheme wise, they all have sort of like a ready hue to whatever colour
This is what you were talking about for the kill team, right?
Yeah, so they have this underlying sort of red hue to their skin, but they still have, it might be a little bit green, it might be a little bit blue, it might be a little bit orangey browny colour, but it's still there's still something there. That
fits into that kind of secretion thing, right? Because they secrete that sweat, and it talked about that, giving different colours and different things as well. So yeah, that's quite a cool idea. I like it. Well, maybe we've inspired you to start a Kroot force. Maybe you just learned something new about a race that you had never really thought about much. Hopefully you've enjoyed this spotlight. We're going to have a quick break and come back with our rounding out of the episode.
Got big ideas but running low on hobby supplies and kits? Now's the perfect time to stock up.
as you do so, why not help us out by using the affiliate link with Element Games? Whether you're painting, building, or creating something totally new, you can support the podcast while getting the desired piece of plastic and much more. Find our links on Discord and the Facebook community safe room. Shop now at Element Games and know you're making a difference. Thank you for your continued support.
Welcome back. This is the rounding out of the episode. Firstly, just thanks for listening to this episode of the Adeptus Terra podcast. What you can look forward to next month is our second round recap of our narrative 30k campaign, carrying on our three-way story between the Emperor's Children, Blood Angels and Mechanicum. So you can look forward to that. We're certainly looking forward to playing the games in between recordings. A quick reminder that our next hobby hangout date is the 24th of May, not the 31st of May. It's a week earlier due to just busyness. So look for the link on that. We'll try and remind you over the month as well. But May 24th from 8 p.m, there'll be a Google Meet link in our Discord and on our Facebook. So make sure you're on those things. Come and join us. Build a bigger community. Come and share your hobbies, your likes, your dislikes, your pains and joys. There's a deep cut for those that have been listening for a while. And just, come and be part of a community. We've been trying to build it and make sure it's a good place on social media that's positive and fun. So do please get involved in that. And always leave us a review. If wherever you listen to us, if there's an opportunity to leave a review and you would like to leave a nice one, then please do. We'd love the support in that way. Well, we've enjoyed recording. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. Until next time, I've been Matt.
I've been Sam.
And I've been Neil.
We are KROOT. And this has been the Adeptus Terra podcast. See you soon, guys.
Thank you for joining us on the Adeptus Terra podcast as we waged war across the grim darkness of the far future. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to follow, subscribe and leave a review wherever you're listening. It helps the signal cut through the wall. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram and Discord, where the war never truly ends and the discussion continues long after the last dice are rolled. Until next time, stand firm, trust in your war gear and remember, in the far future, there is only war.